A burning question in the tropical cyclone community currently is, will the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season be above average or not? Currently, the season is at three named storms average, but are tropical cyclone seasons actually getting more active? Today, we are going to find out if this is true. The answer is both yes and no. The Atlantic has been well above average in recent years, while the Pacific usually around average. But that's the total storms across both Pacific basins. The Eastern Pacific has been mostly above average in recent years, while the Western Pacific has been average or below average. So, what is the culprit for this? Simple: La Nina and El Nino. Basically, La Nina means Atlantic hurricane seasons are more active and the Pacific is less active. El Nino means less active Atlantic hurricane seasons, unless you're 2023, and more active Pacific seasons. Now, why did I say unless you're 2023? Well, 2023 broke the rules. Despite being an El Nino, 2023 produced 20 storms in the Atlantic, far above average, 17 in the Eastern Pacific, slightly above average, and also 17 in the Western Pacific, which is well below average. What is weird, all three of these basins produced storms that extremely rapidly intensified into a Category 5, whether it be 165 miles per hour or 195 miles per hour. Now, why do I bring up rapid intensification and the storm's strength? Well, putting it simply, tropical cyclones really like warm water. Like, really like warm water. So, when the Atlantic is 3 to 4 degrees Celsius, 5 to 7 degrees Fahrenheit, above average, that creates a fairly major problem. Now, thankfully, there were not any extremely destructive storms in 2023, at least in the Atlantic. Another factor that can play into tropical cyclone activity is wind shear. Now, what more commonly happens is tropical cyclones form near high wind shear and get ripped to pieces by it. Wind shear can also completely destroy a tropical wave, which prevents tropical cyclone formation. The main reason the Western Pacific was below average in 2023 was because of a negative PDO. Basically, it's a phenomenon that shifts between warm and cool phases roughly every 20 to 30 years. Negative obviously means cold phase. So, while in a negative phase, sea surface temperatures are colder and the air is dry. Now, there are three things tropical cyclones love: hot water, moist air, and Florida. In the Pacific, there is no Florida, so they rely on the hot water and moist air. So, when that gets taken away, activity throws itself off a cliff. This also affects the Eastern Pacific, which breaks my brain considering the majority of recent Eastern Pacific seasons have been above average. Now, as far as the Atlantic, in 2024, the conditions calmed down despite going back into a La Nina, still producing an above average 18 storms, one of them being the menace of North Carolina. The main reasons for the Atlantic being so active in 2024 were: one, very high sea surface temperatures. They don't go away instantly. Two, low wind shear, not anything to delay formation. And three, low trade winds. Trade winds drive ocean currents. But let's look further back than 2023. Let's go to 2005. 2005 produced 28 tropical storms in the Atlantic, which was the record for 15 years. Now, 2024 produced the menace of North Carolina. 2005 produced the menace of Louisiana. Now, why was 2005 so active? One, very high sea surface temperatures. They just love that stuff. It's like a crackhead. They can't get off of it. Two, very conducive lower and upper level winds. This creates a better environment for tropical cyclones. Three, multi-decadal signal. I think I said that right. This leads to more tropical cyclones and more intense tropical cyclones. Thankfully, there's not going to be a storm in October that is a record breaking intensity, right? Now, while New Orleans was getting put in the dishwasher in 2005, the Eastern Pacific was fairly average and the Western Pacific slightly below average. Now, the Pacific was below average in 2005 for most of the same reasons as 2023. Now, let's answer the burning question. What does this mean for 2025? The Atlantic at this point is a toss in the air on whether it's average, below average, or above average. The Eastern Pacific, despite being off to an extremely active start in June, will likely be below average. The Western Pacific will also likely be below average or average. I am recording this on the same day that Tropical Storm Kome has been named, currently at 8 named storms, but 9 tropical storms, 8 named storms. As of July 2023, oh my god, July 23rd is fairly normal. May actually be slightly above average, I'm not too sure. The Eastern Pacific is currently at 6 tropical storms, fairly average for this time of year, although it is worth noting that the last tropical cyclone, as of the making of this video, Hurricane Flossie, dissipated nearly 3 weeks ago. The Atlantic is currently at 3 tropical storms, also normal, although once again, it has been quite a while since the last storm. Hopefully the world doesn't explode from tropical cyclones, more likely to be from other matters, but that is the end of the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see this type of content more.